When you order an assassin on Wish.com, this is just what you're gonna get. Before I get too far into this video, I do want to take a moment to thank the sponsor for this video. That sponsor is me. I paid for all this shit. First things first, I want to say I am loving that we have a new opening credit scene. Game of Thrones occasionally tweaked a little bit. It would change to show you where the episode was going to take place and things like that, but we never had a full overhaul. And I'm very glad that we did, because I'm going to be honest, House of Dragon's opening credits was not the most spectacular. I was very happy to hear that original OG theme, but it was very dark and just very morose and it's just not that exciting to look at. This is way more visually pleasing to see. This was definitely a slower episode than I was expecting. I was, for some reason, expecting a big, huge battle to just take place right off the bat because Rhaenyra looked so pissed in the end of season 1, and yet this episode is a little bit more of teeing things up. There are some big things that happen, but it's not nearly the big episode I was expecting. So at the beginning of this episode, Rhaenyra is out and about looking for the remains of her dead son who died on the back of a dragon. She wants that proof. She needs that finality in order to come to terms with the fact that it has happened. So she is MIA at the beginning of this episode, and Daemon is running things and trying to make sure that he is executing her wishes. But of course, we all know that he is executing his own wishes because Daemon really has a power urge to be the king, and he's kind of living through Rhaenyra. That's the closest he can get. But yeah, we know he's not really in it for her. She does eventually get that closure when we get to see a shot of a wing belonging to a dead dragon and that boy's cloak and clothing that he was wearing. No body, but that's enough to prove that yes, he is in fact dead. And that's enough to really push her into a revenge mode. Does Alicent return the favor? By the way, I really appreciated the way Daemon took a moment to really just roast Rhaenys for not burning all the people when she had the chance. That was something that we were all frustrated by. She had the perfect opportunity. She really wasted it. Of course, if she had done that, then there would be no need for season 2 or 3, but still, bitch, you messed up. Do dragon wings heal? One of the best moments from this episode was the scene when Rhaenyra and Jacaerys are hugging and embrace and coming to terms with the fact that they have lost someone very dear to them. She has lost a son, and he has lost a brother, and this is a very tragic thing. The way this kid died was really messed up. It is heartbreaking, and this was a very powerful scene. It wasn't the action blockbuster that maybe I was expecting, but this was a very tender moment, and I think that this moment really stands out as one of the best moments in this first episode. Of course, now that Rhaenyra has that closure, she is pissed. She is ready to go to war, and she decides that she wants Aemond dead. So she comes back with her grief and her anger, and she tells Daemon, kill this mother. And wouldn't you know it, Daemon decides to send some Dollar Tree assassins into King's Landing to kill Aemond. I have a feeling that these two didn't really look that hard for Aemond, because in all actuality, Aemond probably would have kicked their ass and left them bleeding on the ground dead. He is a formidable warrior, and these two looked like drunks that you'd pick up on the side of the road. Somebody certainly not worthy of taking on such a challenging foe. So maybe that is why they decided to kill a little kid that was sleeping in his bed instead. This was a really messed up scene. So yeah, this isn't the action-packed episode that I was really expecting it to be. This is more of teeing things up, and that is okay because I expect that we are going to have plenty of dragon violence and war and swords and guts and blood and things like that. So with that being said, I wouldn't say this is the strongest episode to start the season, but it is very good to be back in Westeros. Even though this place is a cesspool of violence and drama, it's not a good place. I would not want to take up residence. I am glad to be back in this world. How are you guys feeling? Are you excited as me? By the way, speaking of excitement, since there is going to be so much excitement behind this show, every Sunday we're all going to be united. We're all going to be turning on HBO Max or watching it live and watching this show. So with that being said, should I make weekly videos of this? I think I might, because I never usually do, and this is the show to do it for. So put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know. Do you think I should make weekly reaction videos? I'm willing to do it. I'm probably going to do it regardless of your guys' opinion, but I do want some opinions on this, because if you guys say, oh hell no, then maybe I will consider not doing it. Either way, did you like this video? If you did, please be nice and hit the like button. If you didn't like it, you can hit the dislike button. It's not going to do anything. Nobody really sees it, but man, it really works for you. It just makes you feel cool. So you can do that if you want. And if you want to hear more things from me, please subscribe to this channel. And that's all I have to say. Later.